Il faut porter ces horribles chaussettes en plastique pour rentrer sur le set d'Iron Man 2. Et oui, nous sommes sur le plateau de la suite d'Iron Man. Regardez, regardez derrière moi, c'est le garage de Tony Stark avec ici une maquette bien mystérieuse, avec évidemment toute l'équipe qui travaille, on va pas faire trop de bruit. Et puis on va se retourner encore et regardez, regardez ce qu'on a ici. Les Iron Man, alors ça c'est celui du premier au tout début, ça c'est celui du premier qui est un peu cassé, ça doit être le nouveau, on va tout vous raconter tout de suite. Vous savez quoi? Je vais me cacher là, on sait jamais. Ils me verront peut-être pas, et du coup, je pourrais tout vous raconter juste en dessous là.
We're in Tony Stark's workshop. This is, if you saw the first movie, this is his workshop that's in his basement. We updated it a little bit. You see the floors are a little more high-tech with the lights and the computers.
Yeah.
There's a computer under the floor and a new invention. Tony Stark's working on a new invention there.
Show that to me.
It's like a big particle accelerator. I don't know if you know he's made his own in his own basement. You can see he broke through his wall. He had it's not going so well for him. You can see there's been a lot of accidents happening. He's destroying his house, and it goes out the driveway. And so this is something new that people haven't seen before. And this is where he builds his new suits. You can see over there, there's our Hall of Armor with all the different suits. The garbage can isn't part of it.
That's not a suit.
No, that's just where the crew keeps the garbage can. I don't want people to think a blue garbage can is his new suit. That's not it. Yeah, number 2 is easier. And in superhero movies, comedies, number 2 is bad, because you do the same story again. But with a superhero movie, number 2 is easier and better. And usually, if you look at most superhero movies, 2 is better than 1. 3 is usually not as good as 2 or 1. So that's becomes scary because you don't want to repeat yourself.
Well, everyone says it's supposed to be easier the second time around because you know what you've established, and it's actually kind of been really, really tough getting it right. And energetically, it's been just it's been a lot of work. That said, it's flown by. I mean, it seems like we started a minute ago, and we're 2 weeks away from being done. So there's a familiarity which I guess helps,
Yeah, Robert, it's I think he might feel the pressure more than I do because his performance was so strong and he was the focus of a lot of the attention. It was his big comeback, and now it's a lot easier to have a comeback than it is to maintain a level of success. In this case, he is Iron Man. We know the characters, we know the tone, we know the rules, the way the world works, and now we get to play. Action! And then we start to add other elements to make it more interesting, like Scarlett Johansson and Mickey Rourke. And so we're having a lot of fun on this one.
It was just nice to not be the only eccentric actor on the set. It took a lot of pressure off me.
Well, we want to keep him growing. A hero has to grow and change. And so we presented him with new challenges. And now that he's Iron Man and he's a public figure, we lump a lot of responsibilities onto his shoulders, and he is being overwhelmed by the responsibility of being Iron Man and the world knowing he's Iron Man. And the government wants his suit. They want him to share the suit for their army, and he doesn't want to share. And so he's living the life of somebody who is both loved and detested. And then just as he is keeping his life going, Mickey Rourke enters the scene as Whiplash and challenges him in front of the world. Action!
Particularly doing Sherlock Holmes, I really got into my own development as a martial artist, and so coming into Iron Man 2, we brought in some additional people and really upped the stakes for the choreography so that Tony and Iron Man are in a kind of a learning curve of, it's one thing, anybody could put on a suit and kick ass, but it's another thing to actually know how to fight, so to speak. So that was something that with Guy Ritchie being a jiu-jitsu guy and me being a kung fu guy, and Sherlock Holmes having so much bare knuckle stuff going on, I really wanted. I came in excited to fight, so to speak.
And in this one, it gets a little bit darker because we explore what's going on inside of Tony and what he's dealing with internally and how difficult it is to be a man in his position. But I think that we definitely kept our tone. We know where we fit in the movie world. And you have, Dark Knight with Chris Nolan and Heath Ledger, and and Christian Bale, that has a very almost a gothic tone to it. And then Spider-Man's on this side, which is very light and cartoony, and we're sort of in the middle.
Well, I hope we're going deeper. I mean, usually the problem with superhero movies is they stay very two-dimensional, and there's a sense of naturalism that's missing because of the nature of the kind of story you're telling. So, every day we try to combat that and try to root things in reality. And from people who saw the first one, we have a very naturalistic approach to kind of like the way people behave and stuff.
We worked with ILM, and they've they did Transformers and the first Iron Man, and now they did Transformers 2, and now we have a lot of expertise available to us, and I know more about action now than I did last time. I was a director of comedies before this, so I've learned a lot on the first film, and I use that knowledge to expand the scope of the destruction and the fighting and making it more dynamic and kinetic. And I've learned to trust the computer effects more than I did last time around. I was very reticent. So now I think I understand how to use it, and there was good action, but it was somewhat modest compared to most superhero films in the first one, and now we're going a little bit further. So I was glad we left ourselves room to grow.
Here's my crew.
Hi, everyone.
There's my French photographer.
Aaron is French.
Yeah. Could you translate for me? He's a part in the movie.
Really?
Translate. Yeah.
So
Tell him hello to all my French fans, and thank you for watching Iron Man, and Iron Man 2 is coming next summer.
Eh bien, tous nos amis français, rendez-vous l'été prochain dans un cinéma au coin de la rue. Merci.
Merci bien.
And of course, you all love working with John. Absolutely. Okay, thank you guys. We'll get the money.
I'd be surprised if you weren't surprised.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.